Hi bedheads! Today I have a Q&A video for you guys. I'm going to answer some questions from a guy named Christian. He had quite a bit of questions. He's thinking about moving to New York City. I'm gonna start off with the first question. Have you made friends in New York City? Yes and no. So yes, as in my coworkers are my friends. I love them all. They're seriously like the best people ever, great company. And no, as in anywhere outside of work, no, I do not have any friends. And it's all to my own fault. If you are concerned about making friends in New York City, don't be. Everyone is pretty nice. The whole like New York City people are rude is like a rap that's like kind of true but kind of not. They're rude in a sense is like I don't really care what's happening, like I am too busy to deal with all this crap, but in a like pinch, are they gonna be like nice to you? If you're lost, are they gonna help you out? Okay, what shocked you most about New York City? I mean, to be honest, like everything. How unmotivating it is to leave when it's freezing outside because you literally have to walk everywhere and it's cold for a lot longer. Because I was used to, like I'm from Oklahoma, we get all the seasons there, but we get all the seasons pretty equally, I would say. And also during winter, like the 2 months, 3 months that it's like actually freezing outside, you drive around and you're in your car with heaters and a heated seat and it's like not that bad. Here, it's cold for like 5 months, like freezing for so long, and you have to bundle up, wear layers and layers and layers, and then when you're walking you're like sweating. So I guess like the weather was kind of a shock because it's just like, oh my god, so freaking cold. Like I used to think that I loved winter and now I'm just like, ugh. I like you for about 3 weeks and then I'm over you, winter. I don't know if it's like a shock, but it was kind of just like, yeah, I don't know. What's the difference between New York City and Oklahoma City? Oh my gosh, so many differences. But I would definitely say kind of just like the mindset of people here is so different than the mindset of people in Oklahoma City. And I would say that that's just because there are people here from so many different backgrounds and there's so much more diversity here. And people who live in Oklahoma, there's a pretty like standard Oklahoman person. There's just not as much, definitely not as much open-mindedness and diversity, and people are a lot more scared of differences and different people and are very set in their ways. And in New York, it's like everyone's open to anything. Also, I would say like a huge thing about New York, the way that people think, is everyone here is like on board for people's ideas and everyone can be so much more openly creative and everyone supports you. And it's like you could be like, oh, I'm gonna open up a shop tomorrow in Times Square, and everyone would be like, oh my god, that's so cool, like oh my gosh, what can we do to help, like this is awesome, that's so awesome, blah 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 blah. And people in Oklahoma, it's like you say that and they're gonna be like, what, you're crazy, like yeah right, no you aren't. So people are bigger doubters in Oklahoma, but that's just I think a way that like people have grown up. And obviously people come here to chase their dreams. It's like if you live here, it's because you were born here and like bred to fight for your dreams and like be creative, or you moved here to be creative and to chase after your dreams and to either like be a business person. People don't live in New York City if they don't want to because it's so expensive. And people who live in Oklahoma are kind of just there because they were raised there. A lot of people do love Oklahoma, like I love Oklahoma, but there are pros and cons to like big city versus small town, obviously. And I might do a video over like small town versus big city because there's a lot I could go into. The people of New York City versus folks from OKC. Obviously people here are a lot more liberal, a lot less conservatives. Is it difficult to meet people in New York City? Yes and no. I've answered this kind of in a lot of my videos, but you have to make so much more of an effort just because everyone else is so much more fast-paced and people aren't necessarily like always looking for friends. And in Oklahoma it was easier because I was in high school and it's like you're around people 24/7. So would you say having lived in New York City for 3 years, I've only actually lived here 2 years, you are integrated? My day-to-day life is just like anyone else's who has lived here for like 30 years. I have like my routine, my places that I go, my coffee shops I like, my retail stores I like, the thrift stores that I love. You know what I mean? Like that kind of a routine. I'm very integrated, but I don't know how else you would take that. Yeah, I know how to work the subway. I know how to walk around Manhattan without using a map. I can, yeah, pretty much do anything that anyone else who lived here can do. I don't know. It's like once you learn the subway and you learn your streets and you know how to navigate through Manhattan, you're pretty good to go, so. Do you feel more New Yorker now? If yes, in what ways? Well, I feel like I can actually label myself as a New Yorker now. I couldn't before I lived here. There's a huge difference between visiting New York City on even like a regular basis, even if you come a couple times a year, versus living here and this being your literal day-to-day life. You can't compare vacation and like visiting places with living there, because when you're coming somewhere and like, oh, let's go to cool places, let's visit here, I want to eat at this spot, and I've heard about this place on TV and blah 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 blah, versus finding a job here, going to work every single day. It's just different because you're in a totally different mindset coming to New York of like, oh, let's have fun, versus when you live in New York, it's like, how do I survive and have fun sometimes. Have you developed New York City habits that back in Oklahoma City would be a no-no? I don't think so. Okay, so those are kind of like wishy-washy roundabout answers, but that's what I have for you all today. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, follow me on all my social media. It's linked down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, bedheads. Love you lots.